Hey there, so today we have another Darwin's Rants. I was actually supposed to work today, so we're going to cover that. I actually took myself beer shopping for the first time in like a long time. So you hear a little bit about like the process of like how this brain works when beer shopping, which I think is pretty interesting. And then I took myself on a little shopping date. So, and honestly, it's like, anyway, let's if you guys, I guess if you guys are not interested in shopping, you just turn off the video and just watch me explain the first couple parts. So, I was actually going into work today. And so I don't know how the system works, but basically like there's been, and I'm lucky that it hasn't happened to me yet, but there's multiple times where you just show up to work and they're like, we don't need you today. So basically almost my entire career, like a restaurant bar that you work at, it's based on just like how many people come in the restaurant. So you never know, right? Versus where I currently work, like, it's very much based on how much you have in reservations. It's a very much reservation-based place. And, like, I mean, we're talking about you can go up to almost 1,000 reservations on a busy night versus hundreds on a regular night. And obviously, like, they have a scale on that. So they can just figure out, all right, we're going to need X amount of people. Bruh, I'm happy still hasn't happened to me. But, like, pretty much what happens is, like, you just literally show up to work. You're ready to work, and they just tell you right there and there. Like, oh, sorry, we don't need you today. Which, like... like, dude, I literally leave. Like worst case scenario, like on a busy rush hour night where actually rush hour afternoon where I actually have to get to work in the afternoon, not the morning. I leave almost an hour before I have to clock in, right? There's traffic to get there. Plus it takes another 10 minutes to walk from the parking lot all the way through Disney Springs, get into the restaurant, right? Like, and then there's no like flexible time where it's like, hey, you showed up, like bro, if you're a minute late, they'll know. And thankfully they give you like a 5 minute, you can clock in 5 minutes early. You can't clock in 5 minutes late, but if you're clocking in 5 minutes late consistently, is it going to be a problem? Blah, blah. So I just show up early. I don't know, like I don't play that game, which is actually not my MO. I'm actually out of if I could literally tell you one of the biggest weaknesses of myself is I'm not timely. I just don't have interest in showing up to work 15 minutes early, sitting in my car, or like standing around. Like, bro, I'm here to clock in and work. So when you don't give yourself that buffer, sometimes you're gonna be late to work. And but now I don't mess around with that. I'm a corporate man now, so I'll show up 15, 20, 30 minutes early work. It is what hell. I've now when I've opened, I'm consistently 10 to 15 minutes early. People are like, oh, you're early. I'm like, whoa, I can't play around traffic. Because like again, if even if you're late because of traffic, corporate doesn't care. They're just like, boom, you're like you were late, versus like a mom and pop. You're like, oh yeah, traffic. Okay, you were 5 minutes late. You're 10 minutes late. Stuff happens, but it adds up. So I don't play that game. I just show up 10, 15 minutes early. I'll bring food. I'll sit on my phone. I don't care. I'll just figure it out. Excuse me. So I'm driving to work today, and I get a message from one of the staff. Hey, they were supposed to become extra, they were told to go home. So instead, maybe I could just stay home, and they'll just work instead. Well, I was like, I literally was on the road for like 8 minutes. I was like, bro, I'll take it. It's one thing if I drove all the work, I'm working. If you're gonna allow me to, which is crazy. Again, like if I showed up to work and had to go home, it's like literally and I had to take a shower, get ready, get dressed. That's like 2.5 hours out of my day. And you could just called me earlier to tell me to stay home. Like, what the hell? So anyway, I worked like 14 hours yesterday. Well, I was out of the house for like 14 hours. Yeah. And there's a bug going around at work. So I caught something last night, and I feel better today, but I didn't sleep well. So when I got a message, hey, do you want to stay home and I'll take your shift tonight? And I was like, all right, fine, whatever. I'll take the loss. I honestly could use another day off after working like 14 hours. Yesterday, I'm pretty tired, and thankfully, I don't really feel sick today, so I'll be better tomorrow. But I did not sleep well, so I don't really feel tip-top shape today. So it works out. So I was like, what am I going to do with myself? So parked the car, got off the exit, and I was like, oh, I'm right around the corner from GB. If you guys don't know, GB is pretty much my favorite retail shop in town. A lot of the beer reviews of cool beers that you've seen since I moved down here are from there. And I haven't been there in so long. Again, I mean, how could I afford it? I've literally been reviewing, like, the last time I quote unquote bought beer and treated myself was getting a bunch of the Bourbon County stuff. But outside of that, I've been reviewing stuff that breweries have sent me. Just really not try to spend too much money on beer, and like the channel sort of pays for some of it, and the rants obviously, it's this, I really didn't pay to anything to do with rant videos, but I'm trying to save some money up. It's last year was not a good year financially, so I'm spending extra money on expensive like hype cans or imported or distributed cans, like again, like I actually didn't want to go because like other half just hit a drop, but even then, like buying a single other half can can cost anywhere from $7 to $8 per can. Which again, like a couple of years ago, that's one of my favorite. Another half, I forgot the beer. But I think I'm not even all citra everything. One of my favorite beers in the entire year. Sure, that one can, I'll buy a can and like review it and love it, and like, and I get to share it with guys. So cool. I'll go to GB. It makes sense. They're throwing out. They're throwing their holiday party today, so they're closed. I was like, golly, but literally, it's a perfect time to throw a holiday party, right? It's like after the holidays in January. Like, don't throw holiday parties during, like, if you're a bar restaurant or you're in a business, you're just not going to throw your holiday party in, or if you're a bar restaurant, you're not going to throw your holiday party in December because that's when busy season is. Just, you can't shut down for a day for that. And then it's a Monday too, so perfect. Like January Monday, boom, throw your holiday party. So good for them. Good for GBs enjoying their staff, blah 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 blah. But I couldn't buy beer, so I was like, golly. All right, so fine. Go to the closest option to me, which is Total Wine. Walks around Total Wine. Didn't really see anything interesting that I wanted to buy. Like, I almost thought about like buying some Belgian beer because I haven't reviewed that stuff in a minute. But stuff's not cheap, Like, I haven't had Orval in a while, but like $8 a can, like a bottle. Ooh. And then like I saw some cool Prairie bottles, stout bottles. Were you kidding me? I don't know what world they think this works in distribution, but like, like Imperial barrel-aged cocoa nib brown ale, $15 for like a 12-ounce bottle. Yeah, I mean, I guess they weren't cheap before. When I got craft beer Prairie, those little bottles were like $10, $11. But $15 for a single bottle, non-bomber? Get out of here. So I wasn't going to buy that. And then I saw the new batch of Founder CBS, Canadian Breakfast Stout, their maple barrel-aged Imperial Stout. Per bottle for that guy was like $8. I was like, I like CBS, but like not that much. And then I saw Founders also had like a little QR code thingy. It was $16, or I think $17. I think it was $16 for a 15 pack of All Day, but then $5 off. I was like, 15 cans of All Day for $11? I'll take it. I scanned the QR code. The promo ended already. It ended like last week. No, wait. Excuse me. Yeah, about last week, or sorry, a few days ago. So I should have just ripped it off the shelf, the stupid tag. I was like, all right, guess I'm not buying Founders now. I was thinking about buying some cool German beers that I like, but then again, I don't know like what you guys want on the reviews. So I was like, screw it. I took a shot at buying some Headhunter. It's been delicious. So a review will be coming soon, but oh, that is good. So spent $15. Cool. So it doesn't really help the channel too much because like, maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll just re-review these cans. At least for my sake, I like reviewing it because like I get to like talk about the flavor consistently throughout time. When you have an amazing beer like this, it's really good to revisit it and review it. At least for my sake, I think it's good to review it again and sort of like lock in solidly like what you think about the beer, how it evolves on your palate after days and sessions and all this, having it multiple times, right? So, So I just bought a Headhunter. Cool. Like, I haven't bought beer in a while. Cool. Treat yourself to like one fancy 6-pack. Again, it was $15, which is expensive for a 6-pack, but like I could have bought like 2 Belgian bottles and that would have been it. When was the last time I had a Golden Drac or, but I was like, what? I'm not, whatever. I went cheap. So then, Katie was planning on picking up the kids anyway because like I was going to work, so I was like, oh, I have some more time for myself. So why not treat yourself? And again, I'm not one to. I hate buying things, but when they're cheap and necessary-ish, right? Like I'm 37, I deserve things in life, and when I talk about like one of my dumb friends, like I love him by the way. I think he spent like $160. I think he spent like $150 in sunglasses and thought that was reasonable. I'm like, Like, but obviously he can afford it, right? He's a guy that can afford it. But I'm not that kind of guy. But I like things in life, and I was like, you know what? Go to Burlington Coat Factory. If you guys don't know Burlington Coat Factory, it's pretty much like it's like a big it's like a big retail store that just sells all kinds of chachis things. Like it's mostly clothing, but shoes and kitchenware and towels and car accessories, decorations, clocks. I probably should buy, I probably should buy a decent, like all of that stuff. And they just sell it at like, and I don't know where, it's like garbage stuff that like, no, not garbage stuff that they can't sell at the actual like fancy store, which would be like Macy's or Nordstrom or, right? Like where you actually pay full price for that guy. I don't know what they do with it. They I guess they take it off the truck and they're like, here, you guys take it and you sell it for like a quarter of the price. So I was like, cool. And I honestly do like the store. Like last time I bought some shoes, some stuff for my travel and like, things I need basically like clothing and like simple things. I'm like, cool. So what did I find up picking up? I use a ton of this guy. I don't know about you guys, but I use a ton of crushed red pepper, using a lot of ingredients, recipes, soups, throw it on pizza, and almost ran out. This big guy was $3. It's cool. Take it. Sweet. When I moved, I was like, oh yeah, let's just buy things off Temu. Like, it's cheap and they'll get it shipped to you. I bought this piece of garbage. I hate it. It is so cheap and clunky and doesn't do it. Like, I'm like trying to get in there and I rip the can up and I'm squeezing it. This thing's a piece of garbage. It is just garbage. So I'm throwing this guy out and I bought a nice Cuisinart one. Like, this is so much nicer. So much nicer. Yeah, they say it retails for $13. I looked it up online. It's got a nice grip too. Like the Cuisinart's a nice brand. I bought it for $8. So I can throw this piece of garbage out and then got this guy. Sweet, love it. Belt. I obviously since like I shouldn't probably so I gained a lot of weight last year. Obviously I was unemployed, so like I just sat at home, did some reviews, drank some beer. Ate at home, wasn't on my feet for, especially the big ones, like just being on your feet, walking anywhere to 5 to 6 miles a day. 4 to 6 miles a day. Just clunked around doing a lot of nothing. So I gained anywhere from, I want to say I gained like 15 pounds or something. Again, you try to have an active job and then all of a sudden don't do that and have a lot of free time to do a lot of nothing. And I probably should have taken advantage of like being healthier during that time, but I did not. So this glutton gained 15 pounds, and I'm thankfully down. I'm down 50. Oh, I think I actually. I think I might have. I'm trying to think now. Whatever. I might have gained 15 to 20 pounds. I'm back down. I definitely can be a healthier weight. I can definitely be a lot healthier. Definitely can be working out more, but I could probably lose another 10 pounds to be like happy that I'm not like not overweight. And then another 5 pounds on top of that plus working out, I'd be like in better shape. If that makes any sense? But I'm definitely like an overweight dude. Yeah. I mean, that's just a fact. But yeah, I had to buy a new belt. And these, I don't even like these belts, by the way. Like, I do not recommend these belts if you guys want some life tips. I recommend the belts where this buckle part holds onto the leather. And obviously you should just buy a better quality product that has like nice leather. This piece of garbage is from Guess. It's insane. The retail price on this is $49.50. So yeah, if you go to Macy's or JCPenney or whatever, you pay $49.50. I've had these fall apart on me. First off, this is not real. This is like garbage leather. Inside like cardboard or something. And this entire thing is held up by 2 screws. These tiny little screws that fall apart. Like I've had them fall apart multiple times. So do you know what this guy's actually worth? What I paid. $13. So for $13, I have a better belt that fits a little bit better than I'm not like, you ever have a belt where like, you might have been overweight at some point and then like you've lost a bunch of weight and all of a sudden like, you're at the second or last, like going low in the buckles and all of a sudden you have all this like slack because like, so like that's one of my belts. Like I get a little too slacky. So I was like, all right, cool. I can spend $13. I could have a little bit nicer belt, especially if I'm going to be going to work with this guy, right? And then what else did I buy? I think that's mostly it. Wait, is that it? Yeah, that makes sense. So, mostly. Yeah. You guys get about to see a little bit of man show. I got these guys. I'm probably not showing too much. Yeah, there you have this. You get a little leg right here, right? So, they were cheap. They were on sale. So they already have the cheap price, and these were for $5. I go home, I look these up. This brand is called Chubbies, and it's like a nice kind of lounge pant. Dude, these guys retail like a regular thing retails for like $60. There's even an eBay for clothing, I guess, called Poshmark. This used is worth like $40. I got it for $5. Honestly, I probably should go back to the store and just like buy a bunch and try to resell it online. It's a nice brand. And the nice thing about it is that, I don't know if you guys know, I'm a short guy. I'm like 5'6". And dude, being a 5'6" male has been rough. just going out to find clothing and shoes and things. Like I wear the smallest men's shoe size, which is like 7. Thankfully I've like gained some weight, because when I was like thinner, finding clothes is literally impossible. I might as well have been a teenager. Thankfully I gained a little bit of weight, so now like I wear more quote unquote normal, smaller men's clothes. But getting clothes is hard, and especially like when you're this short. Anything baggy, because like when you're taller, bigger, like when you're taller and like overweight, underweight, whatever, like baggy things, you're just taller. Like anything baggy on me at 5'6" just makes you look shorter. So like it's nice that these pants are like I think they quote them at 5.5 inches. I don't think I've ever bought pants where I'm like shorts where I'm like, oh, like I feel like this like fits where my knee should hit, and like don't like again you think about it, you like, throw one of your kids in like a baggy shirt that you wear, right? You make yourself look like a child. You make yourself look small and shorter. So my whole life, I just trying to avoid the fact that like, how do I not look shorter than I already am? And so like these are actually yeah. Like honestly, I don't even plan on really going out with these, but they actually seem like they fit, and like they're mad, bro. These are mad expensive. I looked up the brand online. Again, this brand like retails shorts freaking $60, $70. I bought $5 pants for myself, so I'm very happy. I have some comfy pants. I got a can opener. I got a good nice 6-pack of beer. This is my kind of Christmas. I didn't buy myself anything for Christmas. I guess I sort of counted the Bourbon County stuff, but like right, like I honestly almost spent like I think it was $15 for like a car seat. Pretty much it's like one of those, you guys know what I'm talking about, like those full memory pillows thingies, and they make them for the airplane flight too. But it was just for your butt, for driving, which honestly these days I drive a lot more. I literally explain like, I'm in the car for an hour and a half. It's like having a decent cushion. I probably should have just bought it. But this is my kind of Christmas. Like I literally didn't get anything for my birthday. Don't get anything for like I don't want anything. Don't buy me anything. People know not to buy me anything. I don't buy anything for myself. But I took myself out and got myself a belt, some pants. I think I spent like $20. Like spending $20 is big baller money in my world to treat myself. And I sorry, the beer too. So oh my God, I might have spent like $30, maybe 35. But that's kind of shopping spree that I enjoy. Right? Like that, like to me, like I feel so fulfilled that like these couple things that I really needed. Like I was going to run out of this guy. Oh man, I was ready to just throw this. And it just makes me angry. This thing's broken. Like what is this piece of garbage? It now crosses. It crosses. Right? Now it locks and I have to pull it. This is in me. You know what? Here. Yep. That guy went in the trash. Bye-bye. I don't need you anymore. So I'm very happy. And I have a real can opener I can actually use. And I don't have my belt like, and every time I put on my belt, I was like, I really need to buy a new one. So it's nice. It's nice to actually treat yourself sometimes. So treat yourself, guys and gals. Find one of these stores. It could be, it's like not Ross. I think, whatever. I think it's Ross, Burlington Coal Factory. Find one of these discount stores. Treat yourself. Buy yourself a pair of shorts that you might need for $5. Buy yourself a belt that you might need for $13. buy yourself in a little kitchen appliance that you do need for $8, right? Like some nice necessities in life that you actually get a good deal on. So at least that's what I do. If you have more disposable income, do something nice for yourself. Treat yourself sometimes, and it's nice. So now I have the night off, and playoff football's on. I'm going to do that, and until next time, cheers later.